DigiTeach. Are you working as an online ESL teacher? Maybe you're working for some ESL companies and you don't have enough hours. Are you struggling to get those 3 hours or 4 hours a day? Do you know where your next salary is coming from? Are you worried that, stop, you had a power cut and now you have no job? If this sounds familiar, then keep watching. I'm going to show you how you can start to make your own extra income working online for yourself as an ESL teacher. Coming up. A lot. Do you work with this company? Do you do that? What do you do? I'm looking to do other things or to try and find another way of earning because I'm not getting enough bookings, or I'm getting paid $2 an hour, which is bonkers. No one should be working for $2 an hour in anything, especially teaching. So I thought I would share what I do because I think that could be, quite useful for some people. If it's not, it's not. But I just thought it'd be really interesting because I get asked this so much, and I get so many private messages and emails asking me about this. So obviously I worked for many years in schools and brick and mortar schools. I've worked for lots of different ESL platforms. Yes, I do recruit and refer for a couple of them still, but to be honest with you, it's like 0.5% of my income. It isn't really for DigiTeach, isn't really for the referrals and things like that. It's actually about trying to grow a community, an independent community for teachers, ESL teachers, emphasising the word on independent. We'll come to that a bit later. Basically my world of creation comes from Baguette. I am the creator of Baguette the Bilingual Bear. I wrote all of the books, I illustrated all of the books, I wrote all of the songs, I composed most of the music. Not all of the music, I did work with some amazing composers as well. The CDs were produced by Craig David's producer, so they've got an excellent sound, and it's a complete, imaginary, wonderful world of language learning for children. This started from absolutely nothing, a piece of paper on my coffee table, slumped one day on the floor thinking, I really want to do this, this and this, how am I going to make it happen? And through many years of late nights working for nothing, I kind of created everything. So now he has a complete book range, he has a complete music range, he has an audio range, he's got CDs, he has his own clothing range, he has his own artwork range, and all of these books are #1 bestsellers. They have been multiple times actually on Amazon #1 bestsellers in multiple categories. So creating the products is just one part of it, really. The selling and the marketing is definitely a whole different beast, I would say, altogether, which I have completely and 100%, I think, really kind of got. Here's an experiment. I'm going to share this with you. Now, because I'm quite well known with children's learning, because I didn't use a pen name. I guess I should have used a pen name, but I didn't. I just used my name. So the minute someone buys a book or a CD, they come and Facebook me or they Google me, and then I just get loads of messages and all the rest of it. So I wanted to do an experiment. This, I don't know if you can see the dates, this is from the 21st of January 2019, so this is pretty recent, to January the 17th 2020, And I wanted to kind of work a little bit more with adults because my children are teenagers now, and obviously I do love children and I do love doing all of this. However, it is kind of niche and I do have a market for it, but I just wanted to try to, have a play with some other things as well. So this is teaching English to adults, and as you can see, my page completely exploded. It went to nearly 6,000. This is page likes, but page followers 6,527 in just over a month, which is quite phenomenal. So I'm on track as well to be monetized quite shortly with Facebook. So I'm also going to be collecting revenue from that through the 3-minute ads as well. And this I did completely blind. So I chose an area where I wasn't really well known, and I actually blanked out certain countries, including the UK. So I marketed specifically to certain countries so I could really, really test all of my strategies and all of the things that I had done so well with Baguette the Bear, because obviously the books got to #1, obviously because there was a market for them, because the people liked them, but I had to get those books and that music in front of people. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. And as I said, language learning, the language learning market, foreign language learning market in England's incredibly difficult to break into or even to succeed in any way with, because English people have quite a, I think, archaic, I'm going to make a generalisation here, an archaic kind of approach to language learning. I've been fortunate that I've worked with quite a few schools and families that do support language learning, but to lots of people, learning anything other than English is just, still today in England, is just like, oh my gosh, should my child be doing that? What's going to happen to their brain if they do? Seriously. So if you think it was easy, it wasn't. So I did it again, and yeah, it definitely works. And my posts go viral. So this is one from my page. So 163,000 reach and 19.2k engagement. That's a really, really high engagement rate, and over 5k of people shared it. And this post continues to be engaged with, liked and shared. And I've got another one here at 86.4k. So this is only, this is kind of showing you that really you can do these things, but you do have to kind of, one, you need to have a product or a service. So this here is the English for Adults is now very service based. Obviously, I haven't created any products for it apart from when, but it's mostly just interacting with me online actually. But the majority of it is marketing. It's how you market to yourself, the different resources you use, the different tools you use, the different strategies you use. Now, once I had kind of developed this, last year I wrote a course for teachers actually, called the Teacherpreneur's List Building Party, because if you're getting rates like this and then you start converting this into private clients or into clients that want to buy a course that you've written, and that isn't difficult to do. It just takes kind of a method and hard work. I've written 6 different teaching courses now, so it's possible, and this is alongside working full-time and bringing up my family. As a divorced single parent, I don't have anyone else to run in and clean my house or cook the dinners or deal with the kids. I do it all. So time management obviously is key, but it can be done. This is the point I'm making, is that it can be done. However, and I sold that course crazily at something like, I think I sold it at £99 or something like that. So for £99 you could learn how to kind of do all of this, which I've shared with other people who I know who have businesses that aren't in education or teaching, and now they're asking me, can you manage my social media? Can you do this? Can you do that? Because we've never achieved that, and some of them have actually been paying like social media managers or promoters, and they don't get results like this. So yes, I'm very pleased about it, and I'm probably going to try doing it again on something completely different because, you know, I like a challenge. So after that, I wrote something a little bit more extensive, which was the Teacherpreneur's evolution system. And I love this because this is about taking a teacher and giving them all the tools they need to be completely independent, to be completely employed, you know, by themselves, self-employed, but not having to go and work for $2, not having to look at a schedule on your phone every week and kind of go, oh, I've only got 2 hours or 5 hours. You can't grow on that. That is not growable. That's not maintainable. In fact, it would probably fill me with anxiety because I'd be wondering, how the hell am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to buy what my kids need? I would just be like, a nervous wreck. So the Teacherpreneur evolution system, it takes everything, an awful lot on marketing and where you don't need to waste your money and how you get the most bang for your buck. This I paid in total. I think I paid £50 in Facebook ads, and I've even had a call with Facebook marketing where they're kind of looking at my ad account. At one point they were like, how did you do this? And like each video view cost me 0.03 pence, which is massively low. And again, lots of my friends that have got businesses are going like, you need to run our ads, you need to run our ads. I mean, if anything, you could do an ad agency after the Teacherpreneur course if you really wanted to. But you know, so getting back to it, it kind of deals with everything with digital marketing. It deals with setting up websites. So, you know, because actually if you learn how to do that yourself, and it isn't really that difficult, you can manage it a lot better. One, because of time, and two, because of expense, and three, when you're starting for yourself, you need to really have your finger on the ball. So if posts aren't doing well, or certain things aren't doing well on your business, you need to be kind of tracking that. You need to be able to identify very quickly what's working and what's not working. You need to have processes, structures and methods in place, and the Teacherpreneur course kind of teaches you all of that, because at the end of the day, once you've set it up, it's structured, and you could probably manage it in a couple of hours a week after that. So it's really about creating a future where you're not chained to your desk or your computer teaching 8 or 9 hours a day just to try and make 2,000 or 3,000, which, although is good, it's an okay salary. Working every day like that and being at someone else's beck and call and kind of not really knowing if you're going to have a job, if you have a power cut or something else, you know, these things happen, is kind of quite scary. So as much as I think teaching online is wonderful and working with lots of companies is wonderful, I'm also very mindful of lots of the policies that aren't always that favourable and that helpful to real life for teachers. So this is really also what the Teacherpreneur course is all about. So I just wanted to show you as well. Here's, obviously I'm not revealing my page, but I've got lots of every single post almost, really. I get messages, you know, this post is doing, you know, 95% better or 9% better than every post that you're doing. Why don't you put it into marketing? But you know, if it's doing that well, then I think, well, I don't really need to, because it's doing the work for me at the moment. So it's just kind of, you know, to show you, really give you some proof of what's possible, real proof, because I see so many adverts on Facebook saying, yeah, go brand yourself, go do this, go do that, but where is the proof? Where's the products? Yeah, where are the stats? Where's the data that says, yes, I can do this, and here's the proof, I've done it? here's the proof. You know, you need to be, if you're going to invest in yourself, you need to be investing in yourself with someone that has really, really done it, firstly. I mean, and I have come across real charlatans on the internet when I first kind of wanted to really really get my hands, handle on the digital marketing. I mean, I've done digital marketing for years anyway, through all my different businesses and things like that. So this is kind of an accumulation of that. But a couple of times I took a couple of courses and it was just diabolical. So here we go. So there's lots of things really that are involved in the course. And it's also really a course that you could teach anything. It doesn't actually have to be English. It could be French, it could be Greek, it could be absolutely anything you like, because it's all about creating the structure. It's about creating the structure basically, knowing what software to use, how to set it up, what websites, how to do all of that, how to really make social media work for you. And it isn't just about posting a few posts. It's about managing your time. It's about creating products and services that don't cost you much in money, but have a higher revenue, but are very worthwhile to you and to your clients. And it's also about how do you actually get clients, and how do you actually convert them. How do you find those people, and how do you actually convert them into paying clients? And I see so many times actually on Facebook groups, oh yeah, I'm going solo, I'm going to teach privately, I've set up a website. Well, that's great. How many websites are there? It's kind of like you have to generate like a beast. It has to be a machine to push through all of that. You just have to think, how many ESL teachers are there? There are a lot, but there are a lot more people who want to learn English outside of China, outside of Asia. Huge amount of people. If you want to teach English, if you want to do something else, there's also lots of opportunity for that. So there you go. I just thought I would share that with everybody and see what you thought about it. And if you're in the DigiTeach group or you're on the DigiTeach Facebook page and you are one of those teachers that kind of has mentioned or commented, yeah, I really want to do this or I want to do that, then, why aren't you? That's why aren't you? I don't know, what are you waiting for? You need to just take action. It's really not that difficult. But making sure that you have all the processes in place, you know what the processes are, and how you go about it is something else. I had a message this morning actually from somebody that said, I'm working for such and such a company, it's not going very well. How long would it take me to become completely full-time, working independently as a teacher online, so working for themselves, actually getting their own bookings and all the rest of it, not going through a company. So I thought that'd be quite a good question to share with everybody. Personally, I would say 3 months, definitely 3 months. You need a good month. You need a good month to set up all of your social media and all of your website, and you need to have a good month of data like this to really, and a strategy, a planned strategy, so that you get results like this. Once you get to the point where you're getting results like this, half of the marketing work is already done for you and continues to work for you in the background as long as you keep, topping it up. So I would definitely say a month for that. Another month making sure you've got all of your, whatever it is that you're going to be selling, products, services, sorted, and instrumented and integrated into all of your other systems. And then kind of the third month for kind of trialing and running it, and seeing if it works. Now, would you be completely full-time in 3 months? Probably not, to be completely honest with you, not completely. but it's not impossible. But why I wouldn't ditch anything until you kind of got everything set up. Why would you? You might as well have your, your finger in this pie and your finger in that pie, and make sure you've got yourself, covered. Make sure you've got your bills covered, that you've got enough to pay your family and all the rest of it. So there you are. And the other big thing really with China is that this crackdown on hours, like 3 hours, 4 hours a day, is really, it's really, who I could not live, I could not run my house and my family on 3 or 4 hours a day. I have two teenage boys that eat for England, literally. So, and that's beyond anything else. So I just couldn't survive like that. That's not enough for me to pay my general budget, to meet my general budget. So, if that does work for you, that's great. But it doesn't for me. So there you go. I hope that's really useful information for you. And as always, keep it digital, keep it real. Thanks very much for watching. And if you know anybody that's teaching online or wants to get into teaching online, tell them about Did You Teach Online? See you again. Goodbye.